All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to another phenomenal episode of Zero Dark Nerdy, your mom's favorite pop culture podcast. This is your host, Brian, a.k.a. B-Hearn. And today I am joined with...
Mateo, a.k.a. Phase 4 Loco.
Hey.
Tim, a.k.a. the Not-So-Macho Man, a.k.a. TP Howell on PS4 and probably whatever mobile game you're playing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're doing gamer tags. Okay, so got Lewis here. Oh, God.
Greensboro Rattlesnake.
You already know. Finally on Xbox Live, Girth Champion.
That's real? Like that?
Girth Space Champion.
Is that G-E-R? Or
G-I-R.
G-I-R. G-I-R. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that hasn't been taken down yet, but we're running with it. I think we're at like 3 years strong. My PlayStation one was Girth Lord.
We're on band watch. And it's your boy Jadon, a.k.a. Just Another Space Cracker, a.k.a. Asgard?
On that note, this is going to be kind of a freestyle / mini episode. We're going to be talking about the Phase 4 of the MCU universe. Obviously, a lot of rumors and speculation going on now that Spider-Man Far From Home is over. It's kind of a mystery, for the most part, of what's coming up next. Obviously, we know we're going to get a new Guardians, Black Widow movies in the works. But Tim, our resident blogger, is going to kick us off with the list of what's definitely on the slate and what's kind of been predicted, and then we're just going to go from there.
Yeah, so wrote a blog about this maybe a month ago, right around the time Endgame came out. Some new details are kind of emerging. The first one that we've seen a lot of pictures of filming and stuff is Black Widow. I think obviously from what happened in Endgame, it's probably going to be a prequel. Not much of a movie.
Yeah, probably.
It's a good guess.
From what I've seen, what I've read, it looks like it's going to be Natasha kind of passing the torch. They're speculating Yelena Belova is going to be in it, who does take over the Black Widow mantle at some point in the comics.
Okay.
Florence, I don't know how to say her last name. Pug?
Sure.
She was Paige
We mess
in
up names all the time.
Fighting with My Family.
Very good movie, by the way. Very underrated
The
flick.
NW Bros get it.
That's right. So they think that's the character she's playing. Everyone's favorite local sheriff, R.I.P. Mr. Hopper himself is cast in the movie. Don't know what yet. They're kind of suspecting he's the villain, which from the film shots kind of look like Taskmaster.
Okay.
I can see that. I can see that.
They better do a good Taskmaster.
Oh my God, they better do a good
He
Taskmaster.
could just be Hopper.
I hope he's just Hopper.
Yeah, but he's got no cap to like learn from, man. Like
Hopper from A Bug's Life?
Shit.
Hopper.
Lewis.
God.
That was on the other day. That's why
I love it.
So the next one that's probably got the most sort of momentum behind it right now is the Eternals. A lot of kind of casting speculation with that. I think Angelina Jolie is about as confirmed as it can get.
Anybody now.
Yeah. I think that's the only confirmation, really, we've gotten so far.
Well, fucking the guy from
Rob Stark?
Rob Stark.
Rob
Stark.
Stark.
That's right.
Rumors I've seen, Kumail Nanjiani. I actually just saw Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes. Yeah.
And Selma Hayek. And maybe,
okay.
possibly.
Lewis just woke up.
I'm in.
Well, he said Rob Stark, and I was like, oh, fuck him.
God. Come on.
Potentially
Not sure,
Keanu.
Yeah.
He needs
They're
to be in the
angling.
MCU.
They're
Yeah.
angling for him for
They've
sure.
definitely, I think Feige even confirmed that he met with Keanu. They're just trying to figure out how to get him in there.
Who would
Right.
he be? I would put him as Punisher.
No.
No, they
Leave
want
that to
they want
John.
him in the Eternals movie, like as a
Yeah.
cosmic, like somebody.
So the Eternals is actually one that I'm not even that familiar with.
Nobody. I mean, it's obscure even to us comic book nerds.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
So essentially the the Cosmics or whatever, the ones who created
Celestials?
the Celestials. Thank
Celestials,
you,
yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, see, I'm not the only one that messes up, people.
They experiment on different planets, create these beings, and that's how the Eternals came up. A friend of mine wanted me to mention, shout out Alan.
What up, Alan?
What up, Alan?
That he thinks
Alan.
this is how they bring mutants in.
Yeah, they got
Their experiments, the Eternals, they kind of plant that
They introduced the
mutant
X gene somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting, definitely a outer space more oriented than a lot of them have been. Running through the list real quick, we've probably got Black Panther 2.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which, with these, it's all just speculation, but I'm hoping Namor.
That's the word around
that would
the
be
street.
huge.
That
Submariner.
that earthquake they talk about in Endgame,
Yep.
that's his realm.
That was blatant.
I thought so.
That was totally blatant.
Doctor Strange 2,
Yeah.
who knows?
Tell us, Brian, how do you feel about that?
Not my favorite MCU movie.
You didn't like Doctor Strange?
He's just not my favorite MCU character. We'll do an MCU episode where we have favorite characters, and he's not going to be on it.
Is it his face?
I'm just not a Benedict Cumberbatch fan.
I bet I know.
Benny Cumbo.
I bet I know.
The other two that are pretty much confirmed, if not confirmed, Guardians 3.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Asgardians of the galaxy.
You're not taking our pod. Today, sir.
The only scene I want is Thor is ripped again.
Yes, I need
And
that.
Star-Lord like, hey, you were fat yesterday. And he's like, oh,
I can't believe I just marked out for the thought of Thor being ripped
yeah, you got
again.
real excited. But hey, man.
Yes, I need that.
Adam Warlock has been pretty much implied and rumored for that.
James Gunn has confirmed that he's going to make an appearance in the movie.
Yeah.
He's got a tie.
Now the
He'd have
rumor,
to. I mean,
is,
they didn't do anything with
and
that.
it makes sense with them having Thor now. The rumor is that Beta Ray Bill's also going to be
Yeah.
Please.
making a small little. Well, he didn't make an appearance, but his face made an
was-
appearance in Ragnarok on
Right.
the building.
Yep.
So that'd be interesting to see.
And the last one that's really kind of confirmed is Shang-Chi,
Yes.
which will be a pretty different feel, I think. Really
That's going to be a movie or a show?
movie.
Yeah.
I think Disney's trying to capitalize on sort of their minority momentum with Black Panther, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Oh,
have
they're
their
going
first-
after Asia.
More diverse characters,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Mulan.
Epcot. Mulan.
Hey, man, that trailer looks dope as hell.
There's no dragon. There's no Eddie Murphy dragon.
Well,
Thank
they're
you.
making her the hero, and she's going to be a little badass.
was Kevin Hart
is
too
what it
busy?
is.
No Eddie Murphy dragon, no movie.
You know what I mean? Like, they're focusing on her versus the imaginary character.
All right,
Focus on
this ain't about Mulan. Let's get
Anyway.
back to them.
So, running through the couple others that I sort of think might show up. I don't think we get a Spider-Man till Phase 5.
Until Sony and them
Well-
figure this shit out.
That's true. Maybe an Ant-Man 3, finish out his trilogy. Everybody else gets a trilogy. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not him?
I think he got a raw deal in Endgame. I mean, they was like, hey, I'm here, and then where am I?
He got like 20 minutes worth of screen time.
Yeah,
in Endgame, which
too much of it.
he's just
Him
not
walking
doing
around and
anything,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Anyway,
I mean, he saved the day.
he did. And you know what? That rat saved the day.
Well, that's true. There's only one, man. Only one timeline. And then the Captain Marvel 2 seems like a pretty obvious way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the setup we got.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and the thing to me with Captain Marvel is, do you go back, fill in the gap between the first movie and Infinity War?
Right.
Do we jump in? What was she doing between Infinity War and Endgame, or do we just
During Endgame?
during
Most of it?
Endgame?
Yeah, where the heck did she go?
Or do we
I'm
go
just
showed
checking
up at
her
the
out.
end.
You know, just, you know.
There was a,
I'm out in
there was
the
a sale
streets.
at the mall in some universe, and she just had to go. I'm kidding.
I get it because she's a girl.
9 Inch Nails reunion.
We love the ladies. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, where do you go with her? I mean, I think whether she gets the proper sequel or not, she's going
at
to
the
tie
mall.
in with where we saw Fury and Far From Home and all of that. I've seen some speculation that they use that to launch a Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, and bring her in.
Oh, okay.
And
people want to see her
yeah,
like
for sure.
right yesterday.
And with the Disney stuff going on, you've got Loki, you've got the Hawkeye movie. I think we see a lot of like mantle passing It kind of started with Cap giving the
Cap
shield.
Bucky show.
Yeah.
Coming.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so Hawkeye's going to be on the Disney Plus stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck that
he's
up,
got
aren't
one.
they?
Yep. They from what I've heard, it's him kind of passing off to Kate Bishop. So Jeremy Renner's kind of
Right.
phasing out. I think it's going to be a lot of that passing off and eventually lead to probably a new Avengers type.
And those are all like limited series. They're not like
Yeah.
they're not going to be ongoing.
Yeah.
At all. It's just like one and done.
I think
They're doing it for the launch
Yeah.
of Disney
Oh,
Plus.
yeah,
Because it's Loki, WandaVision, The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
WandaVision.
What a terrible name, by the way. I
I
know they
love
just
Scarlet Witch
combined
and the
it.
Vision, but damn it, just call it Scarlet Witch and the fucking Vision.
Thank
For
you.
God's sake.
Falcon's gonna lead the Avengers to a big ass whooping.
You mean Captain America?
They are gonna
Jordan
get
Brown's
their,
favorite.
They are gonna get
Falcon.
their asses kicked.
All right, so as far as what we want to see, I'll go ahead and kick this off. To me, we just talked about it briefly before we got into the episode. I think now that, obviously, Fox has been acquired by Marvel Disney, with the disaster that has been Dark Phoenix, I think it's going to be a lot easier to incorporate the Fantastic Four into the MCU
I still haven't seen that.
sooner.
Have you seen that?
Well, I think they're definitely
Sooner
go
than later.
Fantastic Four sooner versus any mutants.
Well, that, and
Well,
I
they'll
mean,
hint at mutants.
they,
but
they don't have to worry about the speculation of who's going to be Wolverine and who's going to be Professor X, because, I hate to say it, Fantastic Four movies are easily forgettable. So they can
sure.
bring that in.
I did
And on
like
top
them
of
when
that,
they came
too,
out, but-
they can-
Killmonger was in it.
He was.
He was in
But,
the last one.
Captain
It
America
is what it was. Plus, on top of that, too, I think it's easier to bring in a big bad like Doctor Doom before we get into the whole Galactus thing. I think Galactus is more
How many
end of
Dr.
Phase
Dooms have there
4,
been?
Phase 5.
Man.
But I think as far as the next big bad, they could do Doctor Doom and make it a little bit easier than trying to incorporate Galactus so soon. Which, it hasn't been rumored, but that's what I would expect. Hopefully, it's either going to be Doctor Doom or Adam Warlock, depending on it's going to be good Adam Warlock or bad Adam Warlock.
well, we're gonna get
yeah.
villain Adam Warlock first.
First.
Right.
and then maybe he'll split in two at the end.
So
That'll be great.
that's just kind of my predictions as far as the whole merger. I think they're going to take their time on the whole X-Men thing and probably start with Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely easier to incorporate the Fantastic Four into the universe they've built. There's really no mention of mutants. They took essentially two mutants with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and made them not mutants.
Right.
So
Because they conveniently had some of the rights
right.
to it.
There was some overlap. And,
That's just like the Hulk. They can't say the Hulk, but they still use the Hulk.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be an Incredible Hulk movie anytime soon because, what is it? Is it Sony? Or
Somebody else.
Somebody else owns the right to the actual
Rando has
Incredible Hulk.
The
Yeah.
other rights.
What do you guys want to see as far as this next phase coming up?
I don't know. Like I said beforehand, it's all speculation right now. Aside from what Tim just said, the only thing I really want to see that I know that's coming is Black Panther and Asgardians. As far as what I need to see, like what needs to happen, I need a Galactus,
Yes.
and I need
finally.
the Silver Surfer.
We finally get to see Galactus. For
I
once.
need Norrin Rad. Like, not for nothing, Lawrence Fishburne was really good as
Oh, yeah.
Silver Surfer.
I agree.
And that was the best part of the whole movie.
Yes.
Was Larry Fishburne.
Not the shitty Galactus. It was.
No,
Larry
yeah,
Fishburne.
that doesn't even. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even call that Galactus.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
just
Cowboy
so
Curtis.
Stupid. He's Sir Lawrence to you.
Yes.
But yeah,
Sir Larry.
Silver Surfer, and between Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill, I'll be great.
Right.
That is all I need.
I like that.
I just want some. I can't wait for Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I'm really looking
Guardians
forward to.
3, the banter with Thor and them, like that shit was gold in Infinity War.
Infinity War. Yeah.
That was really really good banter. But what I really really want to see, and I really hope that Sony and Marvel fucking come to a deal, is like I want to see Norman Osborn, like. Norman Osborn taking over, like, Dark Avengers storyline, like, taking over somehow and then employing his own, sinister Avengers and doing his bidding.
You
and
think
shit.
we'll get
Like,
that anytime soon?
Maybe not anytime soon, but if they play, if they do it right, we
Who would play a
amazing
good
shit.
Norman Osborn now?
Willem Dafoe.
I know, right?
Ooh, Bryan Cranston.
Slightly crazy. Hey, fuck.
That'd be
Cranston.
fucking dope.
That would be cool.
I really need
Selma Hayek.
Aunt May. Aunt May's own movie. I need an Aunt May origin story. No, I'm just
What did Uncle Ben look like to grab that?
No,
Right?
Yeah.
There's
John
there's
Hamm.
Keanu.
But hey, you gotta
There's
think.
Keanu.
There's Keanu comes into play.
You gotta think though. If
Ben.
Happy, you know,
Happy's
do it?
happy.
Uncle Ben might not have been like a looker if she was into Happy.
Oh,
It's a personality, man.
Yeah. And then Uncle Ben could have been ugly. I wasn't really a huge fan of the first Black Panther. So I'm whatever about the second one, but I'm really looking forward to.
man, you racist.
No, it's not. Dude.
Wakanda forever.
We're still looking at you.
Now I'm the racist guy in the bunch.
No.
No, just brush it off, man.
No, I liked
Well, why do you
Killmonger.
hear
I was
it?
rooting
You
for
gotta-
Killmonger, to be
Yeah.
honest. But no, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be that's going to be.
It's gonna be the tips.
It's going to be. It's going to be my sense of humor, like
Another dope ass soundtrack.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Hemsworth and Pratt, where you really can't go wrong. I want to see
Very
like
true.
because remember when at the end of Endgame he was searching for Gamora. Like I wonder how much of that movie they're going to take up trying to see if Gamora's still out there. Like
right.
Oh, I think
Like,
that's going to be the primary thing. They're going to
and
go
then-
look for Gamora and then run into
run into trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be what they do, though. They just run into some shit. I mean,
Well, yeah, they're always looking
the
like
lovable
they're
hashtag,
always looking for
like misfits.
Exactly. Yeah. You're.
Yeah. No rhyme or reason to it. They just end up running into some trouble.
Let's answer this distress call. You know, we get some shit out of it.
No, I love Black Panther though. Wakanda forever, I swear.
As he has a gun to his head.
Tails got me in a chokehold.
And Tim, what would you really like to see as far as like your wish list? Like, what would you like to see in Phase 4 of the MCU?
Man, it's tough. I'm excited to see just how they introduce. There's a lot of unknown characters coming in. Like I said, a lot of mantle passing as far as names and stuff. So I'm excited to see how they go, how they do all of that. I think we've kind of touched on everything. I want to see a good Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of stories out of that more family dynamic that most of the heroes so far don't have that. A husband and wife duo. What I don't want to see is the multiverse. I think it's an easy cop-out. I was worried about time travel. You just...
What they were going to do with Endgame.
Yeah.
Right,
You leave
right.
that door open, and it's like, why don't you just go all the way back and kill Ultron before that happens,
Right.
and, there's no issues, and, I think they did really well kind of closing that, we can't just hop whenever we want back and forth.
Right.
There's consequences, things happen. And I think Loki's going to close that gap a little bit more, the Loki show on Disney's thing. Man, wish list is tough. I'm hopeful for a good Sinister Six, and I'm excited to see what that next Thanos level threat is going to be.
Right.
It would have to be Galactus. Come on.
I know. I just don't think it's going to be so soon right after. They got to give people a little bit of a break. We just lost Tony Stark. We lost Cap. Like,
And
they can't just
they gotta
incorporate.
They got to build up this
Yeah.
new set of Avengers. 'Cause
Right.
They can't. They
And
can't.
That's why I'm thinking they're going to hold off a little bit.
I think
that's my prediction.
Whatever iteration of Avengers we get next, I think they take a big L in
Right.
the first
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
right.
they
I mean,
have to.
Infinity War they kind of lost, but we knew next year it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I think they get a big L. They don't have a true leader. They have to
Right.
figure
Falcon.
it out.
That's where John Wick comes in. John Wick leads them.
Word.
John Wick doesn't
John Wick
need
in the
Avengers.
MCU.
I love it. I think that's the best way to end this episode right there. John Wick joining the MCU in Phase 4.
John Wick to the Avengers confirmed. There's some clickbait
Confirmed.
right there.
Clickbait.
Stop looking at my dog.
There you go. We appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you check out our friends over at Yes Weekly, the best publication here in North Carolina, keeping you up to date on all the latest events, news stories, all that fun stuff. And be sure to check out our website, www.popculturepodcast.com, courtesy of our good friends over at Zibster. Local company here doing big things, in charge of all your SEO and website needs. You can check them out at zibster.com. And that's going to do it for us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Yeah! Victory! And anger management? Fuck anger management.